Assalamualaikum and hello everyone, we meet again in this session. Today, I will explain about topic 3, which is about e-commerce business model. This topic is divided into 3 subtopics. For topic 3.2 is about type of e-commerce. So, let's move with the how categorizing e-commerce business model. So, there is no one correct way about categorizing this e-commerce business model, but text categorized according to the e-commerce sector. For an example, B2B, which is business to business, and e-commerce technology that using the m-commerce, where this categorizing e-commerce business model, similar business model appear in more than one sector. Some company use multiple business model. For an example, eBay. So, business to consumer business model have a lot of factors such as e-tailer, community provider, social network, content provider, portal, transaction broker, market creator, and service provider. So, let's go to the e-tailer. E-tailer is actually online version of traditional retailer. The revenue model is from the sales. There is a lot of variation of e-tailers such as virtual merchant, brick and clicks, catalog merchant, manufacturer direct, low barriers to entry. Next is the community provider. This will provide online environment such as social network where people with similar interests transact, share content, and communicate. For an example, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. The revenue model for this community provider is from the typically hybrid, combining advertising, subscription, sales, transaction fees, and so on. So let's move with the next, which is the content provider. This is the digital content on the web, such as news, music, video, text, and artwork. The revenue model for this content provider is such as subscription, pay per download, or we can call as micropayment, advertising, affiliate, referral. There is a variation of this content provider such as syndication, web aggregator. So let's move with the next B2C business model, which is portal. The search plus and integrated package of content and service are known as the portal. So, the revenue model for this portal is the advertising, referral fees, transaction fees, subscription. There is a variation for this portal such as horizontal, which is the general, and the vertical, which is specialized for the portal, and the search. Next is the transaction broker. This is the process online transaction for the consumer. Primary value proposition can saving time and money. The revenue model is from the transaction fees. The industry using this model usually from the financial service, travel service, and the job placement service. Next is about the B2C model, or from the B2C model, which is market creator, where they create the digital environment where buyers and sellers can meet and transact. For an example, the Priceline and the eBay. The revenue model for this B2C model, market creator, are from the transaction fees to merchant for access. Next is the service provider. were usually involved in online service. For an example, Google, Google Maps, Gmail, and so on. The value proposition is valuable, convenient, time-saving, low-cost alternative to traditional service providers. So the revenue models is sale of service, subscription fee, advertising, sales of marketing data. Next is B2B business model, where the net marketplace is from the E-distributor, E-procurement, exchange, industry consortium, and also involved in private industrial network. Next is the E-distributor, version of retail and wholesale store and indirect goods. It's usually owned by one company seeking to serve many customers, and the revenue models is from the sales of goods. For example, the Granger.com. Next, for the business-to-business model is the E-procurement, where they create digital market where participants transact for indirect goods. B2B service providers, application service provider, or we can call it as ASPS. And the revenue model are from the service fee, supply chain management, fulfillment service, where we can see from the example of the e-procurement is the Ariba. Next is B2B. B2B model is exchange. B2B model, exchange, in that categorized in action, can independently own vertical digital marketplace for direct inputs, where the revenue model are from the transaction, commission fees that can create powerful competition between the suppliers. This will tend to force supplier into powerful price competition. The number of actions has dropped dramatically and drastically. So next and lastly is about the industry consortia. This is where the industry on the vertical marketplace open to select supplier. Usually more successful than the exchange business to business model. This usually sponsored by powerful industry players. The reason is to strengthen traditional purchasing behavior. So the revenue model is from the transaction and the commission fees. For an example, Exhausta. So I think that's all from this session. Let's meet again in next session. Thank you.